This is the belated intro to the video. So yes, welcome to the Los Angeles Comic Con vlog. It's Saturday. The show starts opens to the general public at 9:30 according to my badgie. We're gonna leave here in about a half hour to get breakfast and a couple other things, and to get a decent parking, because finding a handicap parking for my mom yesterday was interesting, should we say, because we didn't find one. But whatever. We found a parking. It was just an adventure to get out. Let's put it that way. So, yesterday, for Friday, was actually pretty busy. I'm hoping that's not a curse and today's going to be slow, because that's happened at shows before. So, I'm just a smidge worried. Yeah. But, did good yesterday. Met some Ronin Warrior fans. That was fun. It was nice. Saw a few faces I haven't seen for years, which was so nice. So yeah, today's the long day, 9:30 to 7. So Saturdays are usually the busy days at shows. Here's hoping. I'll see if I can't walk around a little bit, show you guys some stuff before the show actually opens, because once it opens, I'm kind of stuck at the table for the most part. Ugh. Especially now that I'm recording with my phone and I have to use my phone to take payments also. So, meh. Okay. Well, I will see you guys on the show floor. I don't know if this is going to record or not. So we've got about an hour and a half left in the show. It was a slow start this morning, but it's picked up this afternoon. So we'll see. I have no idea where I am money-wise. I'm not keeping track of that at the moment. We'll find that out tomorrow. But yeah, it's been busy today. Lots of foot traffic. Much better than last year. Alright guys, it's day 3. It's the last day. Let's see what we can do this way. I am so tired. Gaffy. I need that so bad this morning. Morning everyone. It is Thursday, the 8th. I've been home for a couple of days. So let's get into what L.A.Comic was like this year. Let's start this. It was a good show. You've been following these vlogs for a while. I really needed that weekend. I really needed that weekend as a win. Yeah. Met some new people. Was awesome. Saw some friends I haven't seen for God's know how long. Before COVID, mostly. And yeah, got commission. It was great. It was a really good show. The show was, while I was physically there, the show was really well run. Let's put it that way. there were some things that happened before the show that I'm not too wild about. I think there was a staff change or something with the L.A.Comic group, because there were a few things that happened. One thing that should have happened, and another I'm not entirely thrilled with. So let's talk about those and get that off the table real quick. So this year, for the first time that I can remember exhibiting there, L.A.Comic sent out an email reminding everybody that you need to have your California State Seller's Permit to sell at their show. And they sent out an email detailing where you could go get it if you needed it. And they needed your seller's permission so that they could give it to the California Board of Equalization. I've been exhibiting with them for 5-6 years now. This is the first time I've seen them do that. Now, I already have a California seller's permit. So that was super easy for me. And I'm really happy with how easily they broke down that email for people who it might be their first show and they're from out of state and they don't have one. To those of you who don't know, a seller's permit is what you need to have legally in order to sell in the state of California. It means you're a business of some flavor and you are legally allowed to collect sales taxes. So just if you don't show in California and you're planning to, there's something to look into, there's something to consider. It is free, but after you collect those sales taxes, you do give, some money to the state of California for it, because this is how businesses work with these things. Moving on to what they did that I didn't particularly like. This may have been in an email that I missed or didn't get, because that is a possibility, but they sent out an email, was it in October or was it sometime in November, that was saying that we should know our table placements and stuff by November 10th. I never got an email saying where my table placement was. And I had to download the L.A.Comic app to find out my table number. And then I had to look to see my approximation where I was on the floor map of their app, which was on a phone. Very, very tiny. Could only get in and see it so close. And it turned out to be a very good thing I did, because they actually did do something that I'm just remembering now at the show that was not very kind to their artists, and I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, but we got there on Friday to set up. I think it was somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30, somewhere in that vein. So it was early, yes. We got there, we checked in, went to go find the table. All they had done for the Artist Alley at that point was set out the tables, put the table covers on them, and hung up the 2 signs that said Artist Alley. There were no markings on the floor saying what aisle was what or who was where. None of that had been done yet. So all the artists are there looking at the tiny little maps on their phones or asking the event setup staff where they're supposed to be. Luckily, everybody pretty much got to their spot, but at the same time, it's like, you could have at least put little cards on the corners saying, what aisle was what at the very least, and if it was odds or evens on the side. And it was just, it was a little more than an inconvenience. Hi, Mary. So, we have a Mary now. We have a Mary for a minute, because she wants attention. So, yeah, that was not fun. But other than that hiccup, the show actually ran pretty well. So that was nice. Yeah, I'm planning to go back next year, but we will be flying and not driving next year. So we drove down. That was fine. We stopped overnight. On our way back, we decided to try to do the whole thing in one stretch. We got caught in a snowstorm. And we ended up stopping overnight because it was near whiteout conditions and people were passing us going way faster than you should in those kinds of conditions. It was not fun. I don't want to do it again. I really don't.
So I will be putting money aside for the rest of, you know, this year and into next year so that we can fly, because I don't want to deal with that again. No, thank you.
Hi, Mary. No, thank you.
Oh, I don't know. Show was great. I look forward to going back next year and seeing everybody. Oh yeah, that is the last of the conventions for 2022. Still, as far as I know, my next show should be WonderCon. I have not gotten the acceptance or rejectance letter from them yet. So, until I get either one, I'm just gonna keep going on my merry little way. So yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope it wasn't too boring for you guys. Hope it gave you a little insight to the show. I'm sorry I couldn't record more, but, you know, I'm recording on my phone now. Hopefully I can get an actual camera. It's not my little camcorder. Sometime in the next year. And then I can show you guys more, but it can get a little hard to get away from the table. Alright. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog.
Say bye, Mary. Say bye-bye.